The moment she stepped off the bus, the laughter began. Boot camp wasn't supposed to be easy, but she hadn't expected to become everyone's favorite joke. Her name was Elena Brooks, and from the moment the other recruits saw her, the small frame, quiet eyes, and trembling hands, they decided she didn't belong there. They didn't know who she was or what she carried on her back. They just saw a fragile girl trying to survive in a place built for warriors. "Hey, princess!" one of the guys shouted as she stumbled with her duffel bag. "You lost? The spa's that way!" The others laughed. She didn't say a word. Not then, not ever. Elena kept her eyes on the ground, every insult cutting deeper, every snicker fueling something buried far beneath her silence. What no one knew, not the recruits, not even the trainers, was that she had once stood on the other side of the battlefield, that she had already faced something that made this camp look like a playground, and beneath her uniform, inked across her back, was the mark of a past the world had buried, a symbol that, once revealed, would make even the commander go pale. The first few weeks were brutal. Push-ups, sprints, shouting, sweat, and humiliation. Elena's small frame made her an easy target for the drill sergeant's rage. Every time someone failed, he made her do double. Every mistake by her squad, she paid for it. "If you're going to cry, recruit," he barked one morning, "do it quietly. The army doesn't have tissues." She didn't cry, not once. At night, the barracks were filled with whispers. "She's gonna quit. No way she makes it past the physicals. She's too soft." But when the lights went out, Elena stayed awake, her hand tracing the rough scar at her side, a reminder of the night that changed everything. The night she lost her brother. The night she made a promise to finish what he started. Her brother, Captain Daniel Brooks, had been a legend, fearless, respected, and loved by every soldier under his command. When his helicopter went down in a rescue mission overseas, the official report said, "engine failure." But Elena knew better. She'd read his letters, seen the fear between the lines. Someone had betrayed his team. Someone inside. Joining boot camp wasn't about pride. It was about getting close enough to find out the truth. But first, she had to survive. One evening, during a grueling obstacle course, her squad leader, a loud, arrogant recruit named Harris, tripped and fell, twisting his ankle. The others laughed and moved on, but Elena turned back, lifted him up, and half-carried him across the finish line. The instructor blew the whistle, glaring at her. "Brooks, you think this is charity work? You're slowing everyone down." She looked straight at him for the first time. "No, sir," she said quietly. "I'm making sure we all cross." The camp fell silent. For the first time, no one laughed. That night, while she showered, one of the girls noticed the faint edges of the tattoo on her back, a pattern of wings and coordinates intertwined with an insignia few would recognize. "Hey, what's that supposed to be?" the girl asked, curious. Elena quickly pulled her towel up and left without a word, but whispers started spreading again. "Looks military. Maybe she's just obsessed with her brother. Or maybe it's fake, like everything else about her." Elena didn't respond. But deep inside, she knew the time would come when silence would no longer protect her. It would reveal her. The final evaluation day arrived like a storm. Weeks of exhaustion, bruises, and broken sleep had boiled down to this: a combat endurance test in front of the commanding officers. Every recruit was ready to prove themselves, except Elena, they thought. The whispers were back, louder than ever. "She'll probably faint halfway. She's only here because of pity." But when the whistle blew, she moved like lightning. Under the scorching sun, through mud and fire, she ran with a determination that silenced even her critics. She lifted weights twice her size, scaled walls with bleeding hands, and when Harris faltered again, she carried him, just like before, to the end. When the dust settled, she was the last one standing. Her uniform was torn, mud streaked her face, and sweat dripped down her chin. But her eyes, they burned with something the commander recognized. Something he hadn't seen in years. As the soldiers gathered in formation, the commander approached, his boots echoing against the ground. "Recruit Brooks," he said sharply. "Step forward." Elena obeyed, saluting crisply. "Remove your jacket." The command struck her like lightning. For a moment, she froze. Then, slowly, she unzipped the top of her fatigues, revealing the tattoo that stretched across her back, a pair of angel wings wrapped around the emblem of the 7th Recon Division. The same emblem that had been retired after Captain Daniel Brooks's entire unit was wiped out. The commander's face turned pale. His hand trembled. Where did you get that tattoo? She turned slightly, her voice calm but heavy with emotion. It was my brother's, she said. Captain Daniel Brooks. You served under him, didn't you, sir? A hush fell over the entire training field. Even Harris, the one who had mocked her most, stared in disbelief. The commander swallowed hard, memories flooding back. Your brother saved my life that night, his voice cracked. We thought you were just another recruit. Elena's eyes softened, but her tone remained firm. I'm here to finish what he started. To honor him, not with medals or pity, but by becoming the kind of soldier he believed I could be. The commander stood at attention. Then, to everyone's shock, he saluted her. Then welcome home, Brooks. No one laughed again after that day. Months later, Elena stood before her graduating class, now a leader herself. Her once skeptical squad followed her orders without hesitation. Harris, now her closest ally, watched proudly as she delivered her final words. People will doubt you. They'll laugh. They'll try to define you by what they see. But strength isn't loud, it's quiet. It's the promise you keep when nobody's watching. She paused, looking toward the flag fluttering in the distance, the same one draped over her brother's coffin years ago. For those we've lost, she said softly, and for those still fighting their way through the noise, never forget who you are. Because one day, the same people who mocked you will stand at attention. The recruits rose to their feet, saluting as the sun broke through the clouds. And as it did, the light caught the edge of her tattoo, the mark of pain, love, and unbroken promise, glowing like fire across her back.